First part is the flagpole rocker assembly. That goes in the upper rectangular part. Flagpole sits in there, that's symmetrical, so it doesn't matter which way around. And the rocker wheel needs to go in that way, so it's sitting on there. It needs to be fitted onto the spigot and then eased up. For now, turn it over, and the hex headed part threaded bolt. This is a left-handed thread so that the bolt tightens itself up as the model works. So it screws in the wrong way around to normal. Like that. Then need to put in the axle for the flagpole. It should drop down and then has a stub bolt to hold it in place. So that then operates like that. Next stage is to fix the two rectangular frames together with the shim things stuck between them. If you need to change the tension on the belt, then this shim can be printed thicker or thinner. So the two parts sit with the round bosses up. The shim goes in between and 4 bolts go in. The next stage is to fit the upper belt wheel. The upper belt wheel having a hex wheel all the way through and the wide flanges. First stage is to take one of the stub screws and put it in the back of the hole, and then drop the axle in and drop the hex rod onto the axle. The 8-tooth cog comes in and engages as that. Drop the spacer on and drop the wheel on. The belt needs to go on at this stage, and it needs to go with the hooks pointing round that way. We can then take the upper triangular piece and drop that on to the axle, and the lower triangular piece will then fit on there, and that's fitted together with 2 screws. We can now fit the exit jaws and the top braces. The exit jaws fit over the belt and go on, fit it in amongst the and the top brackets fit on. So and are fastened on with 6 screws. Like that. Next stage is to assemble the inlet shaft, which has quite a few components. The first one on is the lower belt wheel, which has an axle hole one side and a hex hole the other side. That wants to go in hex hole uppermost, and that needs to be fixed onto the belt, loop around the belt, and then held in position with a finger, which is awkward to get. Then the short hex drops in, spacer, and then the tricky bit is to get the 16 tooth in with the boss downwards. Then at this point the axle rod can go down, which will hold everything in place, and is a little tricky manoeuvre. So that's in place, things held. Then the thin washer, which will follow, drops on. Then the 8-tooth wheel, rather that fits into its adapter, so that the 8-tooth is disconnected rotation wise from the 16 tooth, and then large hex rod on, larger adapter, belt wheel, and one of the small type 3 bevel gears. So that's like that. The next stage is to fit the lay shaft in, which has an 8-tooth and 16 tooth, which mesh with the counterparts on the primary shaft, and a little hex rod to connect them. So the 8-tooth is at the bottom and the 16 at the top, and the boss on the 16 wants to face the 8-tooth, so the best thing is to fit them both together and then slide them in a unit into place. When it's all lined up, drop the axle in. Again, helps if it's a loose fit, so it comes out again easily should the need arise. Drops through, just check everything works. And then put the stoke bolt in that holds that shaft together. Lay shaft in. Now, taking care not to disturb that shaft, turn the thing on its side, and then the input jaws fit on like so. And now this is ready to assemble onto the main model. Assembly of the bucket lift onto the main model is very straightforward. fix in its slot like that, with 2 medium thumb screws on the triangular tower, 2 large thumb screws on the main tower, taking care to not disturb the input shaft. Finishing touches with the towers bolted down is to put the 2mm rod into the flagpole and put the flag on top, and to loop that belt and on here as that. And now we need the wheel wall to continue.